I'm gonna give it. It's like
No.
not bad. It's like kind of good.
Welcome back, the Chalky Milk Gang podcast. We're back with another episode. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. 162 subs. We're just working over to 1 million pretty soon. Also follow us on Spotify when we do post our Spotify thing. You just never know. But big time episode, season 3, episode 19, the 37th overall episode of the podcast. We're talking about cereal. Top 10 cereals. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be some cereals that are mentioned, some that aren't mentioned. It's crazy. How are you guys doing today, by the way?
I'm doing stellar. Didn't have school yesterday. Had a 3-day weekend. Shout out the presidents. They owe people money. And I just remembered I have to get my chalky milk out of the fridge.
I just remembered the same thing.
There you go.
Great. We're just pausing real quick.
I have my chalky milk.
Go ahead, give us a sip. Oh, I see what that is.
Yeah, it's in Promised Land. But can I just say, like, I didn't have President's Day off. Like, how'd you guys get it off?
Well, it's one of our 3 days off this semester, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Just we have three-day weekends, and that's our only break.
Really? Yeah,
But we also had it off last year, so I don't know why we have it.
I think we had it off last year, but UMass decided because of COVID, there just aren't going to be holidays because I think they're trying to reduce travel. We have 2 Wellness Wednesdays though, which make no sense. I don't really get them, but those are our days off and they don't make any sense. We should have had President's Day off.
I guess having a Wednesday off is makes sense because no one's gonna travel. If it's a Tuesday or Thursday, you could be like, "Oh, I'll miss one day of classes and travel."
Yeah.
But if it's a Wednesday, it's like reduces risk, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, maybe you take like a day trip or something, but like you're not doing anything big or anything. Just
Shout out Tyler with his pretty boy glasses.
Yeah,
right there.
Dude,
Thanks,
big shout out.
Give him his respect.
What was it? I got him in the mail today. Super hyped about it.
Where'd you get him? The store?
No, I actually didn't get them from the store.
No way.
I got them from the internet, baby. Let's go.
No chance.
If you think about it though, if you buy anything from the place, it's kind of the store.
Yeah.
I
Just
bought
an
it from the
online
store.
Online.
Yeah.
That's
There
awesome.
you go.
Man.
There you
That
go.
counts.
There is one thing I bought from the store a few days ago. It's chocolate milk. Are we
There
gonna
you
go
go.
right into some chalky milk reviews?
You gotta go right in.
Right in. I was thinking of diving in if that's all right. Got some Promised Land. Be like makeup YouTubers, they do it like this. So I'm gonna do it like this. This is a Promised Land. It's too good.
Dude, Alex Charles.
Alex Charles.
Oh,
his
hello.
name.
What is my noodle name is Charles, so William Charles.
It's a
Tyler
9.7.
Charles.
Yeah. 9.7, it's elite. It's a chocolate milk and it's delicious. So
Dude, sister special.
hey sisters.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now. It's so bad. It's fine.
I'll go next. So I haven't gotten this yet from like a Tufts place because I know I'm not gonna like it, but I was figuring like, gotta diversify and stuff, so I'll do a little bit of silk chocolate soy milk, 8 grams of protein per serving, getting that
Soy
bulk
milk.
in. You gotta bulk up. The original nutrition powerhouse. Chima always like reads everything on the label. Free from gluten, dairy, carrageenan, cholesterol, artificial colors and flavors. Well,
Nice.
as we know, artificial flavors are pretty great. That's why they're there. And I don't think this will be good.
This is the first ever soy milk we've had on the podcast.
We've had it in our taste test though. Pretty
That
sure.
does-
Okay, there you go.
So on
'Cause
the
I'm
podcast though, it still counts. We've had it on the NPC. Go check that video out if you haven't seen it.
Non-podcast
Never on the
content.
Link on our channel if you just
Link
click on
in
the
the
video.
link if you find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here we go. It's gonna be bad. I've had soy milk before.
I like the sound effect on the straw.
Yeah. Real squeaky.
Yeah.
I play it like a flute. All right, first impression, not horrible.
Not horrible. I like that.
Yeah, we'll see on the second impression.
So I'm getting that chocolate flavor, which is great because I remember when we tried that dark chocolate soy, and that tasted like nothing like chocolate. It just tasted like no, that was almond milk. Oh no, this will be good. I have had silk soy milk before, and I didn't even notice it was wrong. It was just like very thin, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. You know, we've had better flavors, but like because it's soy milk, it doesn't have like a nuttiness like almond milk would. This actually is not bad. I'm impressed.
There you go. All right.
There you go.
I'm honestly, I'm gonna give it an 8-0. It's like not bad. It's like kind of good.
No way. Are you
That's
serious?
shocking.
I'm being fully dead stop serious.
I'm
It's
about to
not
buy
bad
that
at
right
all.
now then.
Dude,
You
silk
honestly
soy
should.
milk.
Silk soy milk. It's not bad.
Out of a freaking box and a sippy straw gets an 8-0.
To be honest, that might be adding to the aesthetic.
You're on one right
Hey,
now.
that's
Oh
fair.
my
That's
god.
fair. I
Hey,
think
I'm
that's
just
a
saying, you
great
gotta
package.
try it. Because last
insane.
year I thought I was getting chocolate milk. What I was doing was if you put like a soft serve ice cream in a cup and then like chocolate and then you put chocolate milk in it and mix it, you kind of like make a milkshake. My friend taught me that, and I did that, and I accidentally got chocolate soy milk because I was on the wrong side of the dining hall, and it tasted fine. It was just weirdly thin, and then I was like, oh, I should have gotten the normal milk, but it doesn't taste off.
That's
And I think
crazy.
out of a straw, I think you don't notice that it's not super thick. I think if you were drinking it in a cup, you'd be like, oh, it's kind of thin. But out of a straw, it's not that bad.
So that's like the pro tip. When you're drinking soy milk, you have to have it in the straw.
I think we got to compare it to out of a cup, but I think this would be better than out of a cup.
Yeah, I feel you. I love the honesty. Like that was a bold review, but like you have to give these hot takes for the people.
Damn. Yeah, that's just a shocking.
What we're here for.
I know.
We are here for the hot takes.
I get it not being very thick if it's thin, but it's just like the delivery method. You expect boxed chocolate milk to be all syrupy, and it's not.
Well, it's not because it's made in the same way the other milk is, and then they just put it in a cardboard box.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's a hat off to Silk for making good soy milk. Wow.
Hats off because their almond milk sucks.
Their almond milk sucked, and I thought I was drinking almond milk, but I was not.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a bit of Hood Moostruck chocolate lo-fi milk. This is actually, I did not buy this from the store, Chima. It was bought for me. So
no chance.
That's pretty dope. Yeah,
I got that big one.
I was asked to review this, which is a big deal. We've reviewed it before. I think it was in the low 8s. I love this little cartoon here. It's, I don't know, the wacky letters are nice, but it also suggests that this might be like a kid's thing. Which,
how's it compared to my cow?
Here. No, but that's a professional looking logo. This is not. I worry they're not taking it as seriously as we are, because this
gives me True Moo vibes, and that's not necessarily a compliment.
So true, man. True, man. Yeah.
So true.
Nevertheless,
man. It's so true, bestie.
It's been a while. I'm excited to get into it.
Yo, what's the pour at?
Damn, he really went there with that pour.
What's that pour do?
Damn, shoddy. I mean, no rookie score. I give that pour a 10-0.
Thank you.
I give it a 12-0.
Okay, I see why I rated this as high as I did. The thickness is definitely there. It's it's definitely it's a thicky chocolate milk for sure, which I like. I'll admit the flavor is still off, and I think I rated it a little higher than I should have the last time. But yeah, this one's a dummy thick boy.
Hey,
bro, I'm just still thinking about that pour.
I'll
thinking about the pour.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna finish this whole little box, and I'm gonna feel good because it's soy milk.
There you go. But for now, I'm gonna even out my score a little bit. I'm gonna bring this down to a 7-4.
Hey, that's respect.
7-3. I feel more comfortable with it being in the low 7s just because the flavor isn't super consistent with what you would want with a regular chocolate milk. It doesn't the chocolate milk itself doesn't feel artificial, but the flavoring almost does, which makes me a little worried. But overall, it's pretty good. So anyway,
that's impressive.
I'll end that there.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to Ben Larson? It's his birthday today. And,
there you go.
Happy birthday, Ben Larson.
Yeah. He's turned 21. He's celebrating with chocolate milk right now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
As anybody should.
Exactly. That's how I'm spending my 21st birthday.
Shots of chocolate milk, dude.
Shots of Choccy.
And we're going to spend today by ranking top 10 cereals. Chima's, his list will be a little different because he has gluten-free varieties. Because he's inferior.
I know.
But so Tyler and I will be ranking the same ones, and Chima he's gonna come in with some surprising things.
I'm just gonna come out here and just differentiate myself from the rest of the pack. I'm gonna wake up,
no sheep,
go to sleep, and then rate cereal during the day.
All right.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's kind of what we do. Cereal milk gang.
But yeah, I believe Alex has around 10 cereals to rank. Will and I have 13, although some of those are probably just going to be honorable mentions so we can keep the top 10 consistent.
So I'll kick it off. I'm going to say my 3 honorable mentions, and then Tyler will say his, and then if Chima has any, he can say his.
Absolutely no honorable mentions. I'm just going
to Chima can start with his number 10.
Okay.
So I'm going to say mine. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a theme here. 2 of the 3 are considered healthy. So in no particular order, my honorable mentions are Raisin Bran, Special K, and Rice Krispies. To be honest, I just don't really eat any of those. I'm sensing Tyler has the same ones, but mine are there just because I don't really eat them that much, so I don't have a strong opinion.
Okay. No, mine are similar, but a little bit different. I was actually shocked at the placement of only one of those, but we'll get into more of the details later. I can already tell this is going to be a controversial episode.
Hot takes, cold chalky. That's what we're here.
Exactly. Yes. That's gonna be like the new slogan. It's great. But my bottom 3, I do have some similar ones. Unfortunately, some of the healthier ones just couldn't make it. There are good healthy cereals out there, and we'll get into it. But unfortunately, not all cereals are made equal. And I really don't like Raisin Bran. I just cannot stand raisins in my cereal. And Special K, while it's good, it's not that bad. It's just too flavorless for me. I'll admit you want to keep your cereal healthy, but you can do it and still have flavor, and it's just, I don't know. But the controversial one I have on here is Cocoa Puffs. I just hate Cocoa Puffs so much. I'm sorry. You can't, listen, there are chocolatey cereals out there that are okay. This is not one of them. It's these disgusting puff balls that you can't really eat and get soggy and gross. The milk, when it turns to chocolate, it's a 0-1 chocolate milk. It's awful. I hate the chocolate milk that comes out once you do that. But yeah, those are my bottom 3. Chima, you can kick it off at number 10. I also just want to bring one thing up real quick because we should talk more about it. But some people drink milk with cereal, some people don't, and that'll definitely factor in here.
Yeah, that's going to be important with my rankings. And I'm just going to say right off the bat, I heavily disagree with your Cocoa Puff assessment, but we'll get to that.
See, the biggest reason is because I drink my cereal with milk or eat my cereal with milk, and Cocoa Puffs just does not work. And I hate dry cereal, so I would hate it if I had to do it dry too. So
all right, Chima, you want to say your number 10?
I'm just really thinking right now. Y'all just brought in some really cool perspectives right there with the honorable mentions. They're really honorable, but I'm just going to start going to the real ones. That list. Number 10 is Corn Chex. It's not really flavorful at all. Gluten-free cereal, there's only a few that are actually good. But Corn Chex, you're going to see a lot of Chex in this list. Chex gets it done. They produce it in a gluten-free environment, and I never have stomach issues when I have Corn Chex. So it gets to number 10.
There you go.
Yes, we love the celiac of approval.
Yes.
Could be something there. All right. So I'm just going to say I like all the cereals in our top 10. We picked them because they were popular, and they're popular because they're probably going to be decent. So my number 10, last second change. My number 10 is actually going to be Captain Crunch. Now I like Captain Crunch. I think it's fine. I usually don't eat cereal with milk in it. So most of these rankings will be based off of their dry value. And Captain Crunch is like fine, it's good enough to snack on. But it's just like if it's not going to be a healthy cereal, it's not good enough it's not tasty enough to not be healthy. So it falls to the 10 slot.
And it's funny you say that about the dry cereal. I prefer eating cereal wet with milk in it. And I think that'll definitely add some, it'll change our opinions on certain cereals when making these lists, but it
Yeah, I
doesn't
was
change it
like,
here because I also have Captain Crunch at 10.
wow, there you go. I just want to say I didn't do milk in my cereal as a kid because I was very like texture picky. Like taste wasn't a big issue, but if it was like weirdly mushy, I didn't like it. So soggy cereal, not for me. So I just ate it dry.
And I will say I'm not a huge fan of like artificial cereals either. Like, I don't know, the artificial flavoring can kind of take away from it sometimes. And I don't think there's any artificial flavoring here, which is good. But I don't think Captain Crunch is very good to start off with, even if it is like a wheat-based cereal. And I'm just not super familiar with it. I don't eat it. So I can't, in like good faith, rank it higher than cereals that I know are like okay or better. So that's the only reason. It probably isn't that bad. I haven't eaten it before. Can't in good faith be like, yeah, it's pretty solid. So it is what it is.
I only ate it because it was one of the few cereals at camp that was like not bad.
Yeah, that's fair. But Chima, when do you get into it? Number 9.
Number 9. If you add a 1 to that, that's the 19 game, which is the number of this episode. But we're not doing that. It's just number 9. So why did I even say that? You never know. But number 9 is Cheerios. Another flavorless cereal, but it's just such a it's been around for like my whole life. Like you eat Cheerios as a snack, especially as like when you're a baby, like that's something like your parents give you. They just give you Cheerios because that's the vibe. It's such a vibe. And let's see. It's not really nowhere, like it's obviously like one of the most famous cereals in the world, but like it doesn't really taste that great. There's gonna be some other varieties down the line this list, but it's like I don't know. Cheerios are always there. They're accessible. They gotta be a number 9.
Respect. I respect that.
Yeah.
So I guess now we go to my number 9. I'm gonna say frosted mini wheats. I enjoy eating them, definitely. But because I do it dry, they're just like it's shredded wheat. Like it really dries out your mouth, and there's just that hint of like icing or whatever you want to call it, the sugary stuff. And it's not quite enough to like make it taste really good because it's trying to be healthy. So it's kind of like, I don't know, same thing as Captain Crunch, kind of like doesn't do anything super well, but it's not horrible. So number 9.
Yeah, hearing that did make a last minute adjustment, but my number 9 still stays the same here, and this is where we really get into the controversy. But my number 9 is Fruit Loops. I just cannot eat this freaking
And
cereal.
our lists are different.
Yeah, I know.
Different.
Listen, Fruit Loops is honestly not that bad, but it's just too sugary for me. The flavoring is too artificial. I can tell, like, it's the type of thing I would eat when I was a kid and I would enjoy. And if I were to eat it now, I'd probably still enjoy it. But I would rather eat any other cereal above here on this list because it's, even if it tastes like this about the same quality, it's just, you can tell it's better for you because it's not made out of artificial stuff. And like, there's a lot less like flavoring and stuff in there. And it's also, like I said, just too sugary for me. Thankfully, this one does like work with milk pretty well, which is what'll take away from some of the cereals later, is they could have been a lot higher if they had withstood, being in milk for longer periods of time, tasting better with milk. But this one does get it done, but not well enough to be any higher. So
I'm like really excited for this. Is like a fun list.
Yeah, this is hot takes out here. Was it? Are you gonna have Fruit Loops really high, huh?
Well, you're gonna have to wait and see, guys.
Oh boy,
you don't have to foreshadow anything. Are we rolling right into number 8?
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay. I was thinking of stopping. So very thankful that I get to keep it going. Number 8 here, it's gonna be Puffins. My peak of. That's okay.
I forgot about Puffins. They're so good.
I don't remember them, honestly. I just remember my peak cereal eating age was in like 2nd and 3rd grade, and my parents would always get me Puffins, and they came in a bunch of different flavors. I'm still alive, so I got to assume they taste pretty good. So number 8 is Puffins. I'm giving a lot of great analysis here.
I know, I can respect that one.
Yeah.
And just real quick, something I wanted to say before we started doing the list, and something I'll say now anyway. If you don't eat cereal, that's honestly respect to you, because not eating cereal for breakfast is the move. There are so many better foods out there to eat for breakfast. The only reason I do it is because you don't have to cook it and it's really easy. But if you make like eggs or like literally anything else, like I said, it's so much better for you and it just tastes better. So
dude, I've been making the greatest breakfast. So I either make every morning, I either make myself a bacon, egg, and cheese. It just slaps.
That's kind of laborious.
I don't know what that means.
Like it takes a lot of labor.
Yeah. I'll wake up early. And then sometimes I get these like things. It's called like Simply Potatoes, and it's just like literally potatoes. So you can just put them in the fridge. They're like hash browns. So
that's nice.
So I just put them one of those. I put cheese on them, and then I put bacon and then like some scrambled eggs on there. It's like a bowl, and that's what I do. I don't know. Cereal hasn't really been in the game for me lately.
And before I said my number 8, I was gonna hop in on that and say that cereal is not a meal. If you have it with milk, and like maybe it's a meal, especially if it's not a sugary cereal, but generally like it is not a meal. It is a sugary, it's almost like a cracker. Like it's not a meal, and it is a snack, and I'm ranking them as snacks mostly.
I respect that. Yeah,
it's just not a meal. You're not gonna feel full. You're not gonna be nourished. You're just gonna get a sugar high and then come down like whenever, and then probably be hungry. So with that in mind, my number 8, I feel like this might be a little bit of a hot take. I feel like I'm kind of ranking it low, but I'm gonna put Lucky Charms. Because I think first and foremost, the marshmallows, like obviously that's the best part. But I don't know, like, that's like barely even part of the cereal. It's kind of like a side, you know? And the cereal itself is actually kind of good because it's like a Cheerio covered in sugar. But I don't know, it just feels weird. I don't know. They've just never sat right with me. So Lucky Charms, number 8.
Why'd you start capping all of a sudden?
Dude,
I don't think he's capping, because my number 8 is also Lucky Charms. Get roasted.
Let's go. Not controversial.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Listen, if we were to put this under different parameters and say we're just ranking snacks right now, like, you know what? Snacks, if you want to go unhealthy, freaking go for it. But this cereal is a very specific snack that you eat at the beginning of the day, and you actually want something that'll like taste good and give you a little bit of nourishment, even if that's not like the full picture. You know what I mean? And I think Lucky Charms, I eat it a lot actually, because it's one of like the 2 cereals at the dining hall that I can eat. But it's not that good. I mean, you're totally right. The Cheerio part of it is just awful. It's way worse than actual Cheerios and any other Cheerios. And then sure, I do think that they throw the marshmallows in, and it's not all marshmallows, which is really good. And I think they even it out a little pretty well. You know, I eat it like a lot, so I would know. But it's so artificial, and you bite into a marshmallow, and it's pure sugar. And as nice as that might taste when you're like 10, it's not good anymore. And I hate that I have to eat it so much. I mean, it's not that bad. Like I can eat this and be fine with it in the morning, but there are 7 other cereals that I would rather eat. And I wish that they had some more of them at the dining hall, because they don't. So yeah, Lucky Charms is 8.
This podcast has became a cap contest between the 2 of you.
And, what do you know? You can't even eat Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I can.
Well,
yeah.
Then my
God, it's higher on his list.
It's probably like the only good cereal you can eat.
Oh no,
it's capped again. It's crazy.
Well, all right. What's your number? 7 are we at? What's your number 7?
Yeah. We haven't gotten to the good ones yet, but number 7 for me is Fruit Loops. I had it once, and it was mediocre. So we're getting like to the point of like So the 3 cereals that were like 10 through 8, like they're not really like a go-to at all. And like I don't even really eat cereal, so they're just like non-existent. Fruit Loops, like I've heard of it, and like it's all right. Like it's very sugary. It's like obviously it's not a meal. None of these are meals. But it's just like like it's there. It can do its thing. Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. You had you put Fruit Loops there?
Yeah,
I respect
That's
that.
fair.
Fruity Loopies
Deserves to be that far down.
So my number
Yeah.
7, number 7 and up is where for me it really starts to get kind of like gray. Like I don't know which is which in terms of like ranking higher. For number 7, I have Cheerios. Now I ranked it higher than Lucky Charms because I was thinking like which would I at any given time of day, which would I rather have? While Cheerios may be less flavorful, less sugary, I just feel better about eating them. Because to me, like they're flavorful enough where you can have some, especially if you have it in milk, I would imagine. And it's just like it feels like it's healthy, you know, it's not too sugary.
It's
Pretty
definitely
much
healthy.
just like pretty much just grain, and that's it, which is not bad for you at all. It could be higher. So I'll give a little spoiler. I'm not going to say the next one, but the only reason the next one is higher than Cheerios is because it maintains the health, but like adds a little flavor and like diversity in the bite. So for now, I got Cheerios at 7.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I respect that. I don't have Cheerios much higher, but I also do think it's one of the better healthy cereals. I'll get into it more later. But for now, my number 7 is Frosted Mini Wheats. I had these for the first time actually pretty recently because I came home and my family doesn't really buy cereal. They only buy it when I'm home because I'm the only one who eats it. But we had that because it's one of the few cereals my family eats. And I think it's really good, but it does not last in milk. So it's the type of thing where this could really be in the top 3 because I think it balances out the frosting and the fact that it's like got like healthy like the healthy wheat part to it, but it just unfortunately just doesn't hold up in milk for too long, and
That's
you can't
true.
eat it plain. I tried that too because I figured maybe it's better, but it just doesn't fit. Like, so if you eat it really fast, I think it could be a potentially top 3, but it goes downhill too fast to be any better than I already ranked it. Pretty
And
good
that's
cereal.
why it's at number
Worth-
9 for me.
worth
'Cause I ate it dry.
trying.
Definitely.
But yeah,
Damn.
on to number 6.
Yeah. So we're just moving through. We're just chugging along. Number 6 for me is Rice Krispies. We're really getting into like now in my list, like the legitimate cereals, the ones that count. Rice Krispies are great. I think they're really solid for what they are. They're obviously not going to be like the super candy cereals, but like they do their job. The whole like snap, crackle, pop thingy, I think I got that right. That's awesome. That's just great marketing. I'm taking a marketing class this semester. I already know what kind of marketing that is. It's good marketing, and it should, yeah. They taste good. Rice Krispie treats. They're not really like cereal, obviously, but oh, those are good. When I'm going to Cumberland Farms, I'm always getting Rice Krispies. They have these like they have these ones that's just like chocolate Rice Krispie treats, and they have like it's like layered chocolate, and they also have one where they just put like M&Ms in there. How are you going to stop that? You can't. And those aren't part of the cereal, but like just adds to the aesthetic of Rice Krispies. So that's my number 6.
Dude, heavy respect. And if I was ranking, like for me, Rice Krispies was honorable mention.
Yeah.
But we just have more. We got more options to choose from.
Yeah.
So my number 6. Again, this could go either way, but I got Honey Bunches of Oats, underrated cereal. I've only had it a couple times, but I remember liking it, and I remember being like, "Oh, it's kind of tasty." And if you like look up a picture, you can see like it's kind of like Chex, where it has like different cereal shapes, and they got those honey bunches. You know, honey, that's that sweetness. It's got that flavor, and you feel healthy eating it. And I think they had a commercial recently, like last year or something, and it was like funny, or it was weird, but it was like cool. Honey Bunches of Oats at number 6.
Yeah, I respect that. I have this part of my list is looking a lot like yours, Will. Last time you said Cheerios for number 7. For number 6, I'm going to say Cheerios as well. I think this is an example of a healthy cereal done right. It has, listen, it's so hard to make a flavorful cereal that you would actually want to eat. And I think while they wouldn't be my go-to choice, if it was like the only thing left, I think I'd eat it and I'd enjoy it, frankly. And I wouldn't pick it over a lot of other cereals because I don't know, I'm an idiot who likes a lot of sugar in my cereal. But I think it deserves to be as high ranked as it is. It tastes really good. It's super good for you, which is like to make a cereal taste as good as it does and be super good for you. I think that's a big deal. And I think that's why it's as ranked as high as it is for me. It doesn't taste better than like a lot of the other ones, like Lucky Charms, as artificial as it is, tastes great. But I think Cheerios definitely deserves to be higher than that. So Cheerios is my number 6.
Facts.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Now we're in the top 5, baby. This is where we get good.
We're literally halfway through. It's crazy. Number 5 for me is cinnamon Chex. They layer it on with flavor and it's cinnamon. And yeah, it's just an excellent cereal. Now we're really getting into the real good cereals, in my opinion. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just I wonder what Cinnamon Toast Crunch tastes like. Obviously, I've never had Cinnamon Toast Crunch because gluten. But I bet like Cinnamon Chex would be a pretty solid alternative to it. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like that's like one of the greatest cereals of all time. So just having some cinnamon in a cereal, like how are you going to stop that? It's an excellent cereal. Chex did it right on that one, so that's my number 5.
Cinnamon is a great flavor. Just that's all.
Yeah,
and
it's good in like everything. So for me, top 5, it's getting a little wild out here. But my number 5 is pretty well set in stone, and for me, that's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now I know that may be a hot take. I know we got same wavelength right there. I know it's a lot of people's favorite, and I respect that. But for whatever reason, I just don't really eat it that much. I think because I have other favorites that are also pretty popular, so like they're probably going to be there. So I would just rather get that than some CTC, as the kids call it. I know it's good in milk. I don't really do that. I kind of want to try it though. I know it's good in milk. It's pretty fun to eat on its own, but I don't know. It's like overwhelmingly sugary. And I don't know, it never really fit my vibe like that. But I had to put it top 5 out of respect for its popularity within the cereal community. And I respect it, so I put it top 5. And for me, top 4, I gotta figure this out because it's getting kind of hectic up there. Yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch at number 5.
Respectable. Yeah. My 5 is funny because it follows your number 6. So Will for number 6 said Honey Bunches of Oats. My number 5, Honey Bunches of Oats. Just a really good cereal. Yeah. Healthy for you, not super healthy, but it's like leans like towards the healthier side, especially when you look about how bad some of these cereals are for you. And dude, it just tastes solid, you know? It's got like the bunches of like grains, it's got regular flakes, it's got a good flavor. And I think that's really all you need sometimes, you know? It's interesting outside of the box. I mean, it's in the box, but you know, it's outside of the box at the same time. And yeah, you just got to respect it. That's really all I have to say. It holds up. Actually, it doesn't hold up under milk very, very well, but like not like to the point where you get rid of it. Like the flavor comes out in the milk. As long as you don't eat it slow, you're fine. Number 5, really respectable. But yeah, now we move on. Top 4. We're getting there, baby. Dude, I'm so excited to keep going. It's gonna get so.
It's honestly like it's difficult. Yeah, feelings are gonna get hurt, and I don't know if I'm ready for it.
I've been waiting for this moment for months.
Oh no,
this is crazy. Number 4 for me, just straight up, Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran is excellent. I'm just gonna say it right here, right now. Like it's like pretty healthy. Like there's raisins in it, and there's bran, but just the two coming together. Oh my god!
Are you allowed to mute specific people in the Zoom? Is that a thing you can
do? Please mute.
Oh my god. Where's my hat? You're capping right now.
Please mute.
Cat Patrol.
All right. I'm gonna put my cap on, but I'm not even capping.
Oh my god. Oh,
I'm not capping.
No.
Tyler, you know I'm not capping. I've never capped in my life. Raisin Bran is delicious. All right. That's just straight up the facts. Like if you're gonna just like you can disagree, but you're not right. That's all I'm going to say.
Straight cap.
You guys were capping this whole episode.
No.
Yeah. No, Raisin Bran is number 4 for me. It's delicious. I if there was a cereal that I would go that like if there's like an everyday cereal I'd go to, it would probably be Raisin Bran because like it's delicious and it's like it's not bad for you. The next three well, actually there's one that's like kind of good for you. But I'm sorry I have to lay out the facts. Maybe it's a hot take, but I'm always facts. So number 4.
I can't believe you like raisins in your cereal.
It's so good.
It's just like the cereal is such a crunchy experience, and raisins like no.
Cereal
raisins are only good in very specific situations, and I don't think cereal
like raisins
in your milk.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't
trash.
You think of it like it's this like you think of it like Alex is just not even talking anything, but it's like it's one of those weird combinations that works. So
all right, well, your opinion is wrong. So for me, the top 4, it was a real pick'em, and what I was just doing right now,
it's a real pick'em. I love it.
The real pick'em, so I could go either way. 1 in 4 odds for each of them for being the top. What I did was I made a little thing where I ranked the 4 of them based on like taste, snackability, like if I were just eating it as a snack, like what would be the best, vibes, because stuff gives off vibes, and then I added a little milk bonus because even though I don't really prefer milk all the time, I think that that's important. So for me, number 4, Cocoa Puffs. Now I know Tyler doesn't like Cocoa Puffs. I like Cocoa Puffs a lot. It's the only cereal that I eat that I put milk in because it's not very good without milk. And taste, that's why it tastes good, but not without milk. It got that milk bonus. It's kind of low on the snackability because I'm not going to just eat it. I need the milk. And then vibes, it was also 4th just because it has nothing going for it. So for me, Cocoa Puffs is number 4, and this was a tough choice because I really like Cocoa Puffs. Also, I think my number 1 may be surprising for some. Just gonna hint that.
Okay.
I think Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs, the whole franchise, they're just trying to like sugar it out.
Those are 2 different franchises.
I feel like
you think of Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah. Damn.
Sorry to those that like Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles. We didn't include those because they weren't like super popular, but Fruity Pebbles are pretty tasty.
Cocoa Puffs is the one with the like guy who's cuckoo or whatever.
Yeah, they're balls.
Okay.
Yeah. So my number 4 is pretty non-controversial. I think this easily deserves to be in the top 4, and it's probably higher on some of yours. But Honey Nut Cheerios, really good, semi-healthy for you. I think they advertise it as healthier than it actually is, but it is still like decently healthier for you, and it tastes great. That's really it is. It's just a solid normal cereal. You know what I mean? It's got honey as a pretty normal flavor for cereal. And the Cheerios like vibe is already pretty like synonymous with just how cereal is supposed to taste. So yeah, pretty non-controversial, easy pick for me.
I agree with that. Chima, you can have can you have Cheerios? No, right?
Yeah, I can.
You can?
Yeah. Can you? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Number 3, chocolate checks. This is a treat. It's so good. It's like treat. Not all the. It's like it's the perfect amount of like sugariness for a cereal because it's like with those like Cocoa Puffs or Cocoa Pebbles or whatever the things are or whatever they are. They just it's all chocolate. But with these chocolate checks, they have some like normal checks along with some chocolate checks, some like semi-chocolate checks. So it really balances out the flavor. It's just like that pour over there, just absolutely beautiful.
The pour was wet.
Yeah, I agree. But it's just that's the key for me. It's like it's enough like sweetness for it to be pleasing as like maybe like a dessert or something or like a breakfast when you're like I need some sugary, but it's just not overly sweet, so it's like you don't feel like you obviously are like it's probably not good for you, but like you don't feel absolutely awful or it's like it's not like it's overly sweet. It's perfect. So number 3 right there, no questions asked.
Let's go. So my number 3 again, I think this is a solid number 3. I'll say that. I think it's minimally controversial. It was 3rd out of 4 for taste. It did not get a milk bonus, in my opinion. It's pretty snackable, but it wasn't the number 1 snackable. But I do think it's a fun snack. And it had number 3 in vibes, not too many vibes. For me, this is Frosted Flakes. One of my favorites growing up as a kid. It's basically just sugar, but you know what? That's fun. It's tasty. I can eat it whenever I want. It's fun at all times of day. I would eat if I had to eat cereal for breakfast. This is like one of the ones I would pick because I don't know, it just gives me good vibes, I guess. And based off the fact that Tyler, I don't think you said Frosted Flakes, I think you're gonna agree that it deserves top 3 mention. Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, I have yet to list Frosted Flakes, so I agree. It's definitely a top shelf cereal. I also have I think it's pretty non-controversial. It's higher than both of you listed it, but it's not crazy high. My number 3 is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is really sugary. I definitely agree with you guys, but what can I say? I'm a whore for sugar. That's a terrible sound clip.
Good for
you. What?
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always thought, it, unlike a lot of other sugary cereal, it doesn't have too many, it's not too processed, too artificial. I think the milk taste afterwards, I don't, drink the milk, but as you're eating cereal, you get milk in it. And I think actually it does taste pretty good. It adds to it. It's got that milk bonus. And I would say more than anything, obviously I prefer to eat everything wet. I think the flavoring is just so well done. It really, the cinnamon and the crunch all combined super well. Just a good cereal. Yeah. And I think it's also I've eaten it for so long. I like it more. It's a childhood classic, so I can't help but put it high. So number 3 is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Respect.
I feel you. That's good. Good for you.
Some pro tip analysis right here. What can I say?
We're honestly at this point, we're just gonna roll into the top 2. That's all right. Top 2, number 2.
Is this where the controversy hits?
Nah, not really. Lucky Charms. Okay. Lucky Charms, man.
Too good. Out of your list, I would put it that high. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm working with less tools and whatnot. I'm working with less variety.
You're working with a short bullpen.
Yeah. And you just gotta make it work. And my 8th inning option is gonna be Lucky Charms because those marshmallows and the variety of the marshmallows. You got different art on it. You got different flavors on it. Can't stop it.
We know you love art. You are a resident art critic.
Yeah. If you look at the art here, very professional, and there's 590 milligrams of potassium, just so you guys know, in that chocolate milk.
I was curious about that actually, so thank you.
I know Tyler was too. Yeah, I can see in his face right now. Super curious. But just back to what's important here. That cereal too, people hate on it too much. The cereal's good. The cereal's very solid. It's not the star of the show. Obviously, the star of the show is those marshmallows, but the combination together, very, very good. That's gonna be my number 2 right here, right now. Lucky Charms.
Respect.
All right. Yeah. That's Lucky Charms number 2. I feel that. So mine was number 1. My number 2 was my number 1, but as I adjusted my list a lot more, it became number 2. I love how this smells. I think this smell, if you just open up a box, just take a whiff. Oh my God, it's intense. It was number 1 in taste. It did not get a milk bonus. I think it might be good in milk, but it just kind of sounds gross to me. I don't want to put that in milk. Insanely snackable and great vibes. Fruit Loops. Tyler, I know you did not like Fruit Loops.
My number 9.
I'm not going to say I respect the opinion, but I heard it and I didn't start crying. So I'm tolerating your opinion. I love Fruit Loops. They're so much fun to snack on. Not have a lot, have a handful, perfect amount, because it is super sugary, but they taste so good. And there's a certain quality to the way they crunch. And I think Fruit Loop kind of nails that. So, and this was almost number one. I struggled putting this at 2, but for me, Fruit Loops is at number 2.
Okay, this is where we get controversial because there's one that you guys both named and I haven't named yet, and it's towards the bottom of both your lists. My number 2 is Rice Krispies. Yeah, I don't. Was it Get Your Caps Out, boys? I don't know. I would definitely put this one high, mainly because I eat it with milk. And I think, Will, when you put it that low, I think it's because you haven't eaten it with milk yet. The reason that it's called that and the slogan is snap, crackle, pop is because that's what it happens when it gets into the milk. And in milk, it is so good. I don't think there's a crazy flavor to it. It's just so easy to eat. And it tastes like really good for whatever like really normal for whatever reason, you know. I don't assign a specific flavor with it. It's weird, but it's so easy to eat. I think the fact that they're small makes it really easy. For the most part, it lasts in milk, which makes no sense because you would expect it to get engulfed, but it hangs on. And like I said, I can eat so much of this and not get full. That's one of the things I hate about cereal. Is you eat it and you can't get full because a lot of it is kind of gross and like you can't eat a lot of it. This one, it's like a good way of thinking of it. It's like bread. Like certain breads out there you can eat and you'll actually really enjoy. And like, you know, you throw some butter on it, or in this case, some milk, and it's like, damn, okay, sure, bread is like a weird thing to like, but it's actually really good. And in this case, I think Rice Krispies is the same.
I respect that analysis. And for me, it was honorable mention just because I haven't had it really at all recently. So I felt weird ranking it. But I could see the appeal, definitely.
And I'll also say it does not get a non-milk bonus. You have to eat it with milk. And because I do, that's why it's so high. But I really think if you were to try eating this without milk, you'd hate yourself.
Definitely. It seems kind of flavorless. And now it is time for the uncontested number 1 gluten-free milk in the world, and if you disagree, you're wrong.
Yeah, the number 1 gluten-free milk is Promised Land.
Did I say milk?
Yeah. But I love it. We're adding a lot of just like different angles to this podcast.
Dude, this one there is no aligned opinion here. Oh my god.
Yeah. So for me, like when I think of Lucky Charms, I'm thinking of Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm thinking of Nick Foles. I'm thinking of RG3. Just like, you know, they can be just like super elite, but it's like, I don't know. The consistency isn't always there. I don't know why. This one always consistent. Year in, year out. It's Phillip Rivers. All right. Honey Nut Cheerios. It's too good. It's just like regular Cheerios. I feel like there's no flavor. I know you guys said there's flavor. That's a cap alert. Just sorry to going off. But Honey Nut Cheerios, maximum flavor, considering how healthy the cereal is. They have like a heart on the cereal or something to show that's good for your heart. Obviously not as healthy as regular Cheerios, but you know, you have to have some sort of flavor in your cereal. That's just the facts. Honey Nut Cheerios with milk. Ooh, yeah. Honey Nut Cheerios without milk. Oh, still good. It's so versatile. You can have it with milk, you can have it without milk. It's just too many good memories with Honey Nut Cheerios. Like just when I'm just like in a pinch, I'm like studying for like midterms or finals or something, I'm going to the library or something, I need a quick breakfast, I go and grab some Honey Nut Cheerios and just chill because I know it's there for me when I need it most. It's just like, it's great. You can't stop Honey Nut Cheerios. I know you guys were trying to stop it, but you can't. So Honey Nut Cheerios is number 1.
So for mine,
that might be one of the most respectable opinions we've had so far. I just want to say that. But anyway, number 1.
So for mine, it was number 2 out of 4 in taste. It was number 1 for the milk bonus because actually, no, I'm just kidding. It was number 2 in the milk bonus. It was tied for first for snackability. And it gave off the best vibes out of these 4. And a keen-eared viewer may notice that I have not said Honey Nut Cheerios yet. And that is because I agree with Alex Chima. I think Honey Nut Cheerios are the best cereal. You can eat them with milk. You can eat them without milk. They're a great snack. They're mostly pretty healthy, but that honey gives a little taste. Not really sure where the nut is. I've never tasted or seen a nut in Honey Nut Cheerios. But that's chill. and it just like you feel good eating it, you know? It's like, yeah, it's a little sweet, but it's still healthy. You know, it's not Cheerios or like Chex, but it's not Fruit Loops or Frosted Flakes.
It's the
Right in the
perfect medium,
middle.
perfect balance.
Some cereals like what did I say? Captain Crunch. It tried to do two things, or no, it was stuck in between two things and ended up it was like jack of all trades, master of none. Here we have with Honey Nut Cheerios, master of all trades. It does everything great.
Yeah, that's right.
And this conversation has inspired me to like next time I go to the grocery store, I'm getting a box of Honey Nut Cheerios to snack on.
There you go. Yeah, like I mean, it's
love
like
that.
I said, it's really the most respectable opinion. It's just all around such a good cereal. I think the only reason I didn't rank it higher than I did is because the top three for me, which so far have been Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Rice Krispies, are just like personal favorites of mine. And I think this last one is definitely also a personal favorite, but not as controversial as Rice Krispies is number two. My number one is Frosted Flakes.
Respect.
I heard what you guys said. I agree. It is very sugary. I'm a whore for sugar. I do not care.
Yeah.
That's
dude,
the description.
Flakes?
The quote in the description. I'm a whore for sugar.
Oh, great. Yeah, dude, Frosted Flakes are just so good. They just taste so freaking good. And that is all I'm going to say. I don't even have anything else. Like, of all the cereals here, the taste is just unmatched, especially in milk. And I don't think there's anything else that matters. I think in terms of lasting in milk, I think it lasts fine, no better or worse than any other. In terms of healthiness, it's not great for you, but a lot of these other cereals aren't that great for you, and they're still really high. I mean, freaking Lucky Charms is number 2 on Alex's list. And so yeah, even if it's not good for you, even if it's a little childish, it's number 1. It deserves that in my eyes. A true childhood classic. And I think
there you have it, folks.
Yeah, damn. We really blasted through those. Definitely, we were not on the same page for some of these. We were on others.
Yeah. I feel like Tyler and Will were having a cap contest just to see who would cap the most. But Will actually didn't end up capping. I
feel like it's bold of you to call anything we say cap when you were comparing like 5 different kinds of Chex and you put Raisin Bran in like what, your top 5?
Yeah, but
so I think you're yelling some fighting words, but you're halfway down the plank, so it's really like, wow, you have no leverage, man.
Yeah, as I was saying, I only state the facts. So all I can say is if I could have gluten, I'd still have the same 10. So you never know.
Christ. Okay.
Thanks.
Biggest cap of the day goes to Chima. I literally put on my hat when he put Raisin Bran that high. I'm sorry.
That was pretty funny.
You don't get to put that there and just get away with it. All right, we're gonna acknowledge it.
I'm still right. Raisin Bran did deserve to be where it was. You know, you can be wrong all you want, but I will admit the cap was funny.
Sure. We'll take it.
To anybody who's still listening, comment below your favorite cereal and also comment Raisin Bran cap because it's cap.
Mom, you can just comment the first part.
Yeah, and then also the part where Raisin Bran's not number 3 or whatever.
I know my mom would put Raisin Bran pretty high, so
well, whatever.
Maybe she's gonna like text me after this and just be like, Alex, what are you doing? But you never know.
But yeah, so subscribe if you're not already. Check out our Instagram and Spotify. The link to our link tree is in the description. Just have a good day, eat some cereal, have some chalky milk, and support us, please.
Yeah.
Do not eat cereal with chalky milk. That is
those
a very extreme combination. Chalky milk is
no, actually, you know what's good? Honey Nut Cheerios and chalky milk. I'm sorry, it's good. Like it is. I'm sorry. Like sorry to spit facts all day, but it is.
Hey, Mr. Raisin Bran.
Catch us on the next pod disproving Alex with that hot take. But thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I will now go as Mr. Raisin Bran for the rest of the time, and I like it. Yeah, just keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting, keep following on Spotify. I don't know if we fixed the Spotify issue yet, but if we have,
I tried something and we'll see if it works.
Okay, there we go. I like that. Just keep living, keep drinking chalky milk. you know, we're in the start of the semester. Like, get some
Chima,
new grades in your classes.
You can like.
I can do that. Oh, okay, I can keep it. Okay. Till next time. See ya.